Hey guys! So I wanted to come on here real quick and, well, probably not real quick, but I wanted to review the Aaliyah Lifetime movie. I know that I'm a couple of weeks late, but I did end up seeing the movie actually pretty late. But I just kind of wanted to talk about it because this movie had a lot of controversies around it. Like, first of all, you know, there are a lot of people from the jump that were like, okay, this Aaliyah movie is going to be whack. You know, it starred the girl that was in Drumline. I don't even know her name, but she's like some new chick on the scene. And, you know, in my personal opinion, in Drumline, I didn't think she was all that bad. It was a low budget, well, not low budget, but it was a straight to TV film. You know, yeah, it had Nick Cannon in it, and it had a lot of the people. Well, here I am like reviewing Drumline, but let me go ahead and just talk about that too, I guess. But, you know, it had Nick Cannon in it, and it's like the movie went straight to VH1, you know, and I think for what it was versus the previous movie, it was pretty good. I mean, the previous one was a movie that, of course, was a motion picture. Like, it was in theaters. You know, I was in high school at the time. And, you know, people loved it. They adored it. It was Drumline. Like, we've never seen anything like that before. But this one, I thought it was pretty good. You know, I think that a lot of people just kind of, I don't know, that I think they just started bad-mouthing because other people were bad-mouthing. I actually didn't think that the girl, you know, was that bad of an actress, to be quite frank. I thought she was pretty good. Like I said, the movie went straight to VH1. It wasn't something that had as high of a budget, you know, obviously, as the first one. So, of course, it's not going to be, you know, the same material, the same thing, you know, but they had, like, that cool little glow-in-the-dark scene, and, you know, when they were beating the drums, and it was, like, the stadium, everyone had their little glow sticks and all that. I thought that that was pretty cool, and, you know, like I said, I don't think the acting was that bad. Now, when it came to the Aaliyah movie, I think that a lot of people, you know, just kind of bad-mouthed it because, first of all, they didn't really have any of Aaliyah's songs in there. Like, they had like maybe a couple of them that were like, you know, approved or whatever. But everyone knows, if you've been following this story behind this Aaliyah movie, that the movie actually wasn't supported by Aaliyah's parents. So there was that. And there's the fact that, you know, from the actual previews of the movie, the girl, the main actress who actually played the role of Aaliyah, she like barely even talked. Just pretty much her dancing, you know, to Iggy Azalea songs. Like, you know, and I don't like the fact that, you know, they didn't have the music or whatever, any of the Aaliyah songs. I felt kind of like the movie just kind of left you wanting more. Like, okay, well, you know, and it just made you kind of feel like y'all remember like when the TLC buyout came out, maybe like around sometime this year, I don't even remember when, but like that movie was good. Like, it was like, okay, you know, it put us back in the 90s feel. It took us right back to that place of just being like, yeah, I love TLC. You know, it just puts you back in that moment of when TLC was actually around. And it's like, I feel like the Aaliyah movie could have had the same effect, but, you know, it just seemed to me like it was just trying too hard. Like, the actresses didn't really look like, you know, the people in real life. Timbaland looked like Timbaland. Missy Short didn't look like Missy. Like, they could have at least, you know, like put on a fat suit or just, you know, something to make her look more like Missy. And then the R. Kelly dude, he really didn't look nothing like R. Kelly. Like, it was just off the wall, match actors. Like, people just didn't look nothing like them. And, you know, that doesn't, at the end of the day, that really doesn't matter as long as the parts can be upheld. Like, if you think of, like, Angela Bassett, you know, as Tina Turner, like, yeah, she didn't look like Tina Turner, but she did a darn good job of playing her. But, you know, like, this is just a straight to a TV movie, and it's like, of course, it's not going to have bomb.com actors in it, like, you know, a Tina Turner movie. So I don't know, the movie just kind of fell short. Like the fact that, you know, how they wrapped at the end, you know, like they just show Aaliyah leaving Damon and just be like, oh, I'll see you when I get back, and then, you know, they just kind of have her drive off in the limo, and then they just kind of wrote like Aaliyah died in the plane crash in the Bahamas shooting the video. I just didn't really like that part, but I guess it's kind of like, you know, how else are they going to show it? You know, like what else could they have done to kind of make the connection a little bit more? I don't know. I just think that in general that, you know, Wendy Williams, obviously she's got mad money. I think that she probably should have put a little bit more thought into how she wanted things to really go down. It was just a lot of people that were just upset about this Aaliyah movie in general. I would personally like to see an Aaliyah movie that is like something that actually goes to the movie theaters, you know, get some better actresses, have some more professional people playing the role, you know, not some people that we've never heard of. Because, I mean, Aaliyah has done so much for music. Like, why can't we have a movie that is a professional version of what went down on Lifetime? Because, like, that was just a hot mess. You know, like I said, the TLC movie that came out straight to TV from VH1 was well produced. Like I said, people loved it. We all enjoyed it. We thought it was great. Why can't they do the same thing for Aaliyah? You know, they had actresses that actually semi-looked like, you know, the people that played them. Like, I mean, Lil Mama, she looked like Left Eye. You know, Keke Palmer, she looked like freaking Chili. Like, why can't we have some people that actually look like the actors that are being played? That was just a big thing, and I think that in general just kind of threw the whole movie off. Like, when we saw the trailer for the Aaliyah movie, you know, everyone was all excited about it because we had heard about it. Like, oh, the Aaliyah movie is coming out, da-da-da-da-da. They originally was supposed to show it in like 2015, but they pushed it up to November because of all the excitement around it. But it's like, as soon as we saw a trailer for it, nobody was really interested in it. I guess, you know, a lot of people wanted to tune in general because they're just kind of like, well, hold up, this is probably gonna be bad, let me watch it and make fun of it. And then everyone started watching it, making fun of it. And you know how Facebook, Twitter, social media is. Once one person puts something on blast, it's like everybody is pretty much gonna follow suit and be like, yeah, it was bogus, it was this, it was that. Like, there were so many memes and stuff out about this movie, I just couldn't even believe it. I was just like, dang. Like, personally, the movie wasn't that bad, but I just think that it could have been a whole lot better had it been, you know, something that I think was just thought a little bit more thoroughly than what it was. Get Aaliyah's parents' permission. You know, just don't throw something together. Like, honor Aaliyah. Don't just throw something together that's just going to be some type of, you know, something that you're just trying to capitalize off of. Like, this woman deserved, you know, her story to be told in a way that was legit and professional and a lot better than what it actually was on that crappy Lifetime movie. Like, that's just my personal opinion. The Whitney Houston one, I think it's supposed to come out in like January, and it stars the girl from America's Next Top Model. And I love Yaya. I do. I love Yaya. She don't look nothing like Whitney Houston, but, you know, we'll see how she does in that. I don't, but it's like, after seeing this last Lifetime movie, like, it just kind of left me with a bad taste in my mouth, and it almost makes me not want to watch the Whitney Houston one. But it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, I gotta see what happens type thing. And they did the same thing with Brittany Murphy's story. I don't know if y'all caught that, but that movie was terrible. I just don't know what Lifetime is doing, where they're getting these ideas from, if they're just like pulling these stories, you know, off of like Wikipedia, which we all know anybody can jump on and write whatever they want to on there. I don't know where the heck they're getting the information from, but I just think that if they're gonna do a movie, like, do it right. Don't just throw something together. That's just my 2 cents. So I had to come on here and make a video on that real quick, say my little piece, and that's pretty much it. So let me know what y'all personally thought about the Aaliyah movie. Did you tune in? What did you think? Leave your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys in the next recap / review. Ciao. Hey guys, so I really wanted to kind of come on here and talk to you guys about Solange and her wedding. I know that everyone by now has probably seen the pictures, but Solange was looking bomb.com on her wedding day. So first of all, Solange was spotted wearing 2 looks for her wedding day.